former Chairman, House Committee on Capital Markets. Good morning and thank you for joining us today on the program. Well, having seen where we are, there's been several calls as to what to do, how to do it, but it just appears as though we don't seem to perhaps decide on what exact steps to get us the kind of results that we require. Well, Senator is advocating, everyone will be allowed to bear arms. That's amending the Firearms Act. What's your impression of what we should be doing and how?
Thank you, Chamberlain. What the Senator is advocating is a reflection of the frustration that Nigerians are confronted with because there is total collapse of governance. What we are seeing today is a cumulative effect of insensitivity, neglect, and deliberate attempt to undermine the system that you lead. When people complain of these arms, how did they get into Nigeria? They got into the border. How was the border and are so porous that such things get in without them being checked? It is not, I will not be part of those who will say it just started and been ongoing. Unfortunately, I'm being bold to say that under this present leadership, it became something else. Somebody was talking about body language when you were talking about judicial autonomy and what have you. The body language of the president encouraged these tendencies. How? What do I mean? You nobody open his border to for people to come in unchecked. And when you attempt to check them, the unfortunate scenario of trying to say they are from this side or from not this side. It's only in Nigeria that a foreigner comes in unchecked and he gets citizenship ahead of those who are born in Nigeria. National ID card, if you go there today, working from any of our country, neighboring country, you get it easily. Once you have the right affiliation, ethnic-wise, religious-wise, we set up people. So what you are saying is that we have emboldened criminality. We have told them that you can do it here and go scot-free. Before now, in my own neighborhood where I grew up, and which I know Senator Ayo will confirm, he's from Ikita, from Kogi, Kaba in Kogi State. The Fulani herdsmen live with us peacefully. When they want to go and on your farm, they will tell the owner of the farm ahead of time that after you harvest, we are coming. They will pay for it. They will pay. If you have issue with them, mere reporting them to traditional rulers is enough to check them. But now, if you have an issue with a Fulani man in your area, or herdsman, believe you me, the police will advise you to abandon the case because the network is so strong that they will make the police, DP or whoever handle the case pay for doing the right thing. So what we are seeing is a symptom. We should go and cure the main issue by the government taking responsibility and checkmating our borders and making the law a leveler. Making the law a leveler. What we do in this country presently is that we play politics and make mockery of serious matter. The governor of Benue State was chased, harassed. That's the chief security of the state. Did you hear anything? Was there anything said from those who should, rise to the occasion? And a group came up and took responsibility. What did we do? Nothing. So we will not get out of this until we genuinely have leadership who are committed to securing this nation and see Nigeria as one, not where you come from, not your ethnicity, not your religion, not your background of political tradition. The moment you become the leader of this country, you are the leader over those who voted for you, those who voted against you, those who like you, those who don't like you. Because posterity will not judge you based on who like you, does not like you. They judge you based on what you did as a leader. So I want to say that, yes, bearing is a issue. That's what even happening now. That's why you find the youth going to criminality to check themselves. How does it sound that you are a neighbor who has a young person? Some people walk in to kidnap your mother, your brothers, your sisters. You can do nothing. What does it sound? It takes special grace not to go into criminality in an attempt to check such tendencies. So
what do you
it's a
say,
failure of governance.
What do you say to the school of thought that believes that politicians appear to be either playing the ostrich or that there is a plan somewhere, some people are working on something? Because if we've got over 300 million arms out of, they say, 500 illegal ones in the country, and then they just say, look, well, they may do what they can with all of this rhetoric up there, but down there, people are just getting themselves ready because they seem to have lost faith and hope with the security agencies as things stand.
I agree absolutely with you. That a lot of us politicians are playing the ostrich, they know with body truth. A lot of who they say different things on platform and do different things. I mean, when they get to their environment or with these people. And I agree with the school of thought that believe that there is an agenda, because I don't see why these things will be so unchecked this long. It is before now. It used to be secluded areas, maybe one part of the country and what have you. Now we have armed men in every nook and cranny of Nigeria. Tell me where you come from. Go to the forest of your place, you find armed men. Majority of them are not Nigerians. Majority of them are not Nigerians. They find themselves into the hinterland, and the system protects them. So I want to assume that there's an agenda. I suspect that there's an agenda, and that agenda is to undermine the statehood of this nation, Nigeria. Unfortunately, it will not be anyone good. Even those who plan it, those who execute, and those who are supposed to be victims. None of us. None of us. And for those of us who are in political office who think that this is mere politics and rhetoric or it's an opportunity for advantage, I make bold to say that none of us, I repeat, none of us will be spared. Because what is coming is beyond what you're imagining.
So if you could just elaborate on that, what is there to gain in undermining the statehood of Nigeria, as you said? What is the game plan? There's a lot of talk about 2023. Is that the game plan? Is it beyond that? What do you see, really?
I see beyond 2023. I'm even scared when we have in 2023, the way things are going now. It's not about 2023. It's about the psyche of certain people who feel they should maintain certain advantage. There are these tendencies that feel that certain resources that is seen as belonging to one set of people should be theirs, and that there is a sense of superiority complex that some people want to breathe down everybody. We must realize that God has a reason why He created us together in this church, and that where your own rights stand, where that's where my end, where my own end yours stand, and that there must be a mutual agreed respect for each other. Sincerely, I have not seen that. I have not seen that from the present leadership of this nation. I've seen an attempt by the leadership of this nation to have a double standard, to allow certain tendencies to take advantage and refuse to act as a went view. They will come with rhetorics. I ask you a question. What was said about what happened to the Ministry governor? Tell me, can anybody remember if anything was said or action was taken? What about those who came out to say, we did it? What happened to them? When you have this kind of thing and others are watching, they begin to, every human being does not want to is inferior.
I think the news is out there. The police did set up a committee. The army have gone there to set up a post, and so the army and the police have responded, and so that investigation is going on.
Responded to what? I said a group came out. A group came out to take responsibility. Have you forgotten that we did it? Hello, the Southeast, they were incident. IPOD denied the prosecution that they were the one behind it, but the police say you are the one that behind it. We have to say that, but a group came out that we were the one that attacked the ministry governor. Were they invited?
So it appears there's what, double standard? Is that what you're inferring?
All I'm saying is that there must be an approach that is seen as liberal, fair, just. We must, as leaders, demonstrate some sense of equity. Until that is done. Is the National Assembly helpless in this matter? My brother, I must tell you that we are just backing. The National Assembly make motion, make statement, make laws that are ignored. That is the truth.
Does that then mean that what? They are a rubber stamp?
On the more serious story, I can just say, we also rubber stamp. Yeah, there's still one or two persons who rise to the occasion to air their view, either you like it or not, or it's adhere to or not. But I want to believe that we should do much more better. We should do much more better. I give a classical example. If the National Assembly, the both chambers of National Assembly, on several occasions, made started statement about the former service chiefs, about their capability and inability to deliver as a well-being. Unfortunately, after they were removed, and when the whole country mounted the same common pressure on the presidency, they were instantly given appointment. What that's telling you? That they say that we reward such inadequacies. So you can go to an office, misbehave, and whatever. And don't forget that those service chiefs left after about 5-6 sets of their junior had gone on retirement.